This year marks a century since Australian geologist and explorer Douglas Mawson sailed to Antarctica for what would mark the beginning of Australian Antarctic exploration. So to commemorate the occasion, even though there seems to be a great deal of pack ice in the area that's preventing a lot of visits getting there, there's going to be a series of events held around Mawson's hut at Commonwealth Bay.
ABC reporter Karen Barlow has been invited to travel to Antarctica to participate and cover the event. She joins us now from Sydney. And Karen, can you tell us, firstly, what's the trip that you've got planned and how is it going to take off?
Yeah, well, I'm a very lucky girl. I know budgets are tight at the ABC, but I'm doing my level best to set up an Antarctic bureau. This is about an incredible person. This is a great story. I guess for many people in any other year, their introduction to Douglas Mawson would have been the paper 100 bill, but this is his 100th, and the ship, the Aurora Australis, is heading down to Mawson's huts, what is left of his original expedition from 1911 to 1914. And yes, as Virginia mentioned, the pack ice is extraordinary this year, so many tourist boats have not been able to go down and take part in the ceremonies that will be happening on the, we're hoping the actual day of the arrival 100 years ago. That is January the 8th. Now we're heading down. The ship has been delayed by a couple of days. We're going to take off on January the 2nd and hoping to arrive on January the 8th for so many different wonderful ceremonies, flag raising, speeches. We're going to the Memorial Cross down there, and there's going to be a photo recreation of the Mawson expedition 100 years ago.
Now, tell us about your previous experience with Antarctica, because there was some disappointment there, was there, that you didn't actually see as much as you wanted to see because of the unpredictable weather?
Yeah, didn't get off the ship. Yep. It was a promise that has been unfulfilled up until, well, hopefully, in January. It was something that was there, something we saw on the radar. It was pretty much normal Antarctic weather, and it was disappointing for filming. I was still very excited to be there, but for filming it wasn't as good about 12 months ago. But fingers crossed it's going to be excellent for this ceremony that's going to be taking place in a few weeks' time. So
what are the plans then for the pack ice? Because there's other boats that have been down there and they can't get into the area that they want to get into. Is there the ability to get choppers and fly people in? How's it going to work?
Yeah. That's the difference we've got this time. We've got 3 choppers on board. The other ships did not. They could not land. They were about 20 nautical miles away from the shoreline, so they were very, very disappointed. We were hoping that they could actually be around when the ceremonies took place. So yeah, we're going to be flying onto the continent and be landing pretty close to Mawson's huts, and we'll be in the area for a few days. Again, this is all weather pending. This is Antarctica, and this is to be expected that there is the unexpected. So there still may be a chance that we might get thwarted by bad weather and the choppers may not be able to take off. Let's just not say that'll happen, but we'll be down there. After the Mawson's huts ceremonies, we'll also be dropping off some French expeditioners to the French base, and the ship will be going on and doing some marine science, so following up the good work that happened a year ago. The ABC team will actually be leaving the ship and going on to McMurdo, the American base, which is very exciting because that's actually a large base, about 1,000 to 1,200 people at any given time on the American base in the Ross Sea.
It sounds like you're going to have a party down there, or what are you actually... Are you
with the penguins.
You're looking forward to the wildlife? Is that something that's that you're going to be most happy to see?
Absolutely, absolutely, because we saw them from a distance from the ship, so many thousands, possibly millions of Adelie penguins, and lots of whales and seals. We'll actually be going to a penguin research area, so we'll get up close and personal with the penguins. I have been assured, I was assured many months ago that they smell like dead fish. I will be able to work that out for myself very soon. And
just briefly to wrap up here, Karen, tell us about how you're going to cover the event and how the ABC people can get online and follow your journey.
We blogged last time and we're blogging again. We'll be tweeting from the continent. Certainly something that didn't happen a century ago.
Yeah.
We'll be sending back photos. The communications, you know, they're still restricted over there, but we'll be sending back stuff for the website, which is called In Mawson's Footsteps, and that'll be launched today from the front page of the ABC News website.
Terrific. We wish you well, and congratulations on getting one step closer to setting up that bureau that you've dreamed of.
Thank you.
Hats off.